Welcome to the latest edition of Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. Tim Wood, Bill Bryant. Very excited to be joining you tonight. A night later than we expected. That's my bad, as I said on Facebook. I got my practice times wrong. What was that?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Timmy, that was me.
I'm like, what? All right, so, but we are here, and I got my practice times wrong in terms of our youth basketball team, but have another one tonight. So we're here to talk. Very excited to talk to you about a little endeavor. So the high school gave out their awards. Bill, stop that.
I'm good. I'm good.
Gave out their awards on Tuesday night. Of which we do want to talk about. Lucy clearly wants to talk about that. So
she does.
Let me pull that up. I endeavored to talk about that. Bill, while I'm doing that, how are you?
Tim, I'm doing good. I was waiting for you to ask me. I just realized, like 30 seconds ago, I was a bear last week. I had a rough week. I was grumpy. Pam might have pointed it out to me a couple of times that it just I wasn't feeling it. I just figured out why.
Why?
We didn't do Ranger Nation Radio last Wednesday.
Yes.
So hump day, I just didn't have the juice of talking about Ranger Nation and all the great things going on, and it set the rest of my week, to be honest with you, off. So it's kind of your fault. So let's not make that happen again.
Yeah, no, I'll take full blame.
The week that I couldn't go was different because it was my own issue, so I wasn't grumpy.
Of course.
But you canceling out definitely put my week off on a bad note.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So
this is not let it happen again.
Duly noted. I will certainly not do that. So all right, before we get into our awards, which are kind of the ESPYs version of the official high school awards, let's tell you the high school award winners. For the fall season, varsity football, the Andrew Haldane Memorial Award, co-winners, Connor Bryant, Matt Martino, congratulations there. The team MVP, Kareem Coleman. Girls field hockey, the Betty Barrett Coaches Award, Piper Hugas. Kathy Sozstack, most valuable. Claudia Crow, most improved player. Megan
Shostak.
Thank you.
Shostak. I'm just helping out.
Bring it. Absolutely, I am the butcher of Methuen on the names. So, most improved player Megan Malia, boys soccer the MVP Ethan Donahue, most improved player Oscar Aravalaga. Does that work for you?
Sure.
Aravalaga. It shouldn't have been that hard. Francisco Narganas, Coaches Award, Brady Collins. Girls Soccer MVP, co-MVP, Bellacchini, Brooke Tarduno. Most improved player. I'm learning somewhat. Most improved player, Nishari Lima. Coaches Award, Emily Donovan. Girls Volleyball MVP, Jillian McCoy. Most improved player, Emily Spina. Coaches Award, Kate McDonald. Girls volleyball, the Jane Cronin Memorial MVP, Kira Donahue, the most improved performer, Emily Lone, the Coaches Award, Samantha Donero. Boys cross country MVP, Xavier Matevier, most improved performer, Mitchell Crow. The Coaches.
Nice job on Xavier.
What'd say?
Nice job on Xavier.
Thanks. The Coaches Award to Colin Tebert. And the Whirlaway Award to Freddie Coleman. Girls Cross Country, the MVP, Miana Caraballo. Most Improved Performer, Alyssa Rosano. Coaches Award, Laura Abreu. Whirlaway Award to Emily Charest. And Golf, the MVP to Zach Alfonso. The Most Improved Performer to, I'm going to go Xavier here on Cordero. Because nobody's told you. Okay, good. Coaches Award to CJ Chester Brown. Coaches Award to Grace McKinnon. Cheerleading, the MVP goes to Carlos Aguirre. Most Improved Performer to Angelina Aliano. And the Deirdre DiDio Coaches Award to Olivia Hebert. And then unified basketball, the most valuable player goes to Jardali Jerez. Yes?
Yep.
And most improved player to Richie Tran. And the coaches award to Eva Tasker. So congratulations to all those award winners. We are here.
Tim, real quick.
Yeah.
Being present at the awards night, it was packed, which is always good. Bob Vogler, the school committee member who's retiring after multiple years, was there like always. Obviously, the superintendent and the principal were there, but probably one of the most attended events. The fall always is the biggest because you have 90 football players, you have a swim team. It seems like the major teams in the fall are larger, but it was pretty well attended and some great speeches by some experienced coaches and Coach Ryan was quite a comedian throughout the night as well. So
nice.
he's got some butt kissing to make up because he was on the teasing end of he was sending out a lot of jokes about others, which was interesting.
Interesting. He's kind of setting up a roast of himself.
I think that's coming down the pike.
Nice. All right, so good to hear in terms of the attendance on the awards. Our awards. All right, so here's kind of the genesis of this. I love what the school does. In my mind, there's so many athletes, and I think we've made it clear with MVC Gridiron and this show and overall what we've been doing. I'm not a believer whatsoever in every kid deserves a trophy. I do think that there's a lot to be said just for a kid coming out and playing sports, but that's more on them. I think that's like kids and families. The reward is in itself in terms of playing team and individual sports, in terms of the discipline, the life lessons that you learn in terms of playing sports. So, I mean, we're not here to give awards to everyone. That said, I think we just wanted to kind of recognize some more of the athletes and kind of create, as we said, kind of an ESPYs version to more of the kind of staid, we give away the same awards every year sort of thing that the school does. Nothing against that, but I don't know, Bill. Help me in terms of why we were talking about this.
I think you're almost over-explaining it.
Yeah.
I think it's less that Tim, you and I from the beginning have said we want to promote student athletes, coaches, the school, teachers, that whole thing. And I think that part of it, if you haven't caught on to that yet, you haven't really watched the show. To me, it's the situations. Everyone knows what the MVP is. Everybody knows what an improved player is. What is the coaches award? I don't think they explained that enough, and I think last night they did. So for the parents that missed it, you're missing out on hearing how unbelievably respected your kid is. For me, the awards we're doing are more situations. It's more like a comeback player. The kid that gets hurt and then comes back and plays, the rest of the season or whatnot, or comes back from a debilitating ACL injury, or
it's the things that you're not going to hear about in the paper. Exactly. You're not going to hear about always as much as Matt Curran is amazing in terms and is the best in the MVC in my mind in terms of just tweeting out stuff and social media in terms of informing the community about all the awesome things going on with the athletic department. There's a lot of things you don't hear about, and so we wanted to kind of cover some of those bases, kind of have some fun in terms of some categories, and try to encompass the entire student athlete experience. Quite honestly, because we constantly we call it they're student athletes. It's not just they're playing sports. I mean. The work they do in the school, in the community, I think we've been really fortunate with Ranger Nation Radio to be exposed and in turn expose the community to just amazing kids. And we're not just stats are great, but like just amazing ambassadors for the school and for the community.
So just to be clear, no one's going to lose out on a scholarship by not getting one of these awards.
Nope.
There's no politics here.
Nope.
This isn't gonna increase someone's GPA
Nope.
or get them another scholarship. This is us having fun and following up on the Fall Award show. I'd like to do this in the
Oh,
winter, in the
absolutely.
spring,
Yep.
and it's all about having fun and just putting some things out there. So
Oh yeah,
the
no, this is the
format,
first of it. Yeah.
right, the format was the coaches, but I think going into the winter and spring, if people want to send us information to highlight, we could either highlight during the season or wait till the end of the year. But for us, it's all about recognizing things that are awesome, unique, different, or just downright cool. I mean, having Michael Goldman on the show a couple of years ago had nothing to do with sports, but it was something to do with community, and I think we're still about that. So let's get it rolling.
Awesome. All right. And with that said, let's get going. The first I won't say annual, the first ever. As Bill mentioned, we plan on doing this in the winter and the spring. So, but here is the fall edition of the Rangeys, the Rangey Awards. All right, our first category up for nominees, the Coach Sponge, and what we mean by that is the athlete that is just an absolute. But both of us coach. I mean, you obviously know that Bill does, because it's almost a segment every week. But
some better than others.
Yes. But I also coach, and so this kind of, I won't say it's personal to us, but like being coaches, like those kids that absolutely soak up the instruction, absolutely want to improve and just go above and beyond in terms of accepting that coaching. Is that fair to say, Bill?
Absolutely, Tim. Playing a varsity sport at any age is incredibly difficult. So many kids drop out along the way. So to be able to come in and play a varsity sport is incredible. That's why they get a letter. That's why they get a pin and the reward. But for underclassmen to jump in, it means you're doing something a little bit more, or any grade. But you're doing something more, that you're really, really taking the instruction of the coaches.
The nominees for the 2019 Fall Rangeys Coach Sponge Award: Mitchell Crow, Boys Cross Country; Emily Lone, Girls Diving; Elise Anderson, Girls Cross Country; Matt Papalardo, Golf; Caitlin Risley, Girls Soccer; and Sam Kalivas, Football. And we'll work on the sexy music and the winner graphics as we get going on this. But the winner of the Coach Sponge Award, Emily Lone from Girls Diving. Congratulations.
Emily was a non-diver prior to this year and qualified for sectionals and states in diving. That's an incredible accomplishment.
And we will put all of the winner graphics up on social media after the show, and on Facebook and on Twitter. But congratulations to Emily. Goes down in history as the first ever announced Rangeys Award winner, Emily Lone from Girls Diving. All right, next up, the clutch assist of the fall, and by this, like, it literally could mean an assist in a game that put a team over the top, or it could mean, as you'll see in the nominees, teams coming together and really helping out their teammates. So the clutch assist nominees: the swim team, quote unquote, being there for teammate Anna Bolduc, Emily Field from Girls Soccer, Emily Charest from Girls Cross Country, and Freddie Coleman from Boys Cross Country. The winner of the clutch assist award, the swim team, being there for Anna Bolduc. Want to explain that a little bit, Bill?
Yeah, Anna had lost her mom to breast cancer over the summer, and to me, that in itself is just a terrible tragedy for any kid. But for a team to rally around her and really support her, to help her come back and really just be that family for her. To me, Tim, that to me is the assist of all assists, and that's what Ranger Nation's about. That's what family's about, and that's the thing. That's the message that I really hope people understand. These other kids are great kids, but that to me is a true life assist.
So congratulations, and by the way, a phenomenal article done in the Eagle Tribune by
Yep.
on the situation, on Anna, on what the swim team did. So we'll put that in the links later. It's behind a paywall if you don't have a subscription, but it's a phenomenal story. And so congratulations to the swim team. Our next award tonight, the gutsiest performance of the fall. Our nominees: Elena Connolly of the cheer team, Anna Boldick of swim and dive, the Lady Rangers volleyball team, Emily Donovan from girls soccer, and Josh Frechette from the golf team. And our winner of gutsiest performance is the Lady Rangers volleyball team. And this one, as much as the individual nominees were all worthy here, Bill, the volleyball team was kind of a gimme.
Unprecedented roadblocks put forth to them. So to me, they were. I don't think we're going to see another team win this award moving forward. I don't see that type of adversity. You never know.
Yeah.
But having your first 16 games or 15 games away because you don't have a home court, you're not practicing at your home court, you're off at another gym. To be able to handle that in itself is phenomenal. But they also went on to make the playoffs and had some incredible matches, incredible games, and beat some teams that talent-wise they weren't on the same page or weren't on the same playing field, but still won. So the resiliency and the gutsiness, easy choice for me for the gutsiest performance.
Ditto. Like we said, all of the individuals very worthy, but I mean, what the Lady Rangers did, just phenomenal, and congratulations on an amazing season there with all the adversity. All right, our next award, the Beast Mode Performer of the Fall, and what we mean by that is just for those unfamiliar with the Beast Mode term, I mean, just having the game of all games, the performance of all performances in the absolute clutchest of moments, and just absolutely single-handedly taking over a game situation. Our nominees here: Connor Bryant, football from in the Tewksbury game; Izzy Putnam, field hockey in the North Andover game, and in the first round playoff game versus Central Catholic; Ava Fasella, swimming; Cam Hutchins from golf; Brooke Tarduno from girls soccer; and Xavier Matevier of boys cross country. Our winner here, our first co-winners of the evening, and again, goes down in history as our first announced co-winners. Connor Bryant, football for the Tewksbury performance, and Izzy Putnam from field hockey for her unbelievable work in goal throughout the season, but specifically in those two performances, Bill.
No, absolutely. I mean, Izzy stood in her head. Was it over 25 save or 25 saves was just as incredible. And then obviously Tim, the concern of my kid winning. 11 for 12, 175 yards passing, almost 200 yards rushing. The last quarter, 75 yards, kept the ball and beat a team who has one loss, who is in the semifinals of Division 3 of the state championship. Yeah, that was kind of a huge performance. So I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of that one being biased.
And in a matchup that has doomed, has haunted the Rangers in terms of getting past that. Two very difficult losses 2 years in a row, specifically to the Redmen. So to get over that hump early in the season was a huge moment. And again, listen, I don't feel like we have to address this every time, but at the same time, I will say it. It's a unique situation, okay? Connor's Bill's son. He's also the quarterback of the football team. We talk about him all the time on MVC Gridiron Weekly. We talk about him all the time here. We talk all the time about what the Bryant family does in general. And I'm sure there's folks that are tired of hearing it. If you're tired of hearing it, first of all, if you're tired of hearing it on the volunteer side, get involved yourself. easiest way for us to be talking about you. Get involved yourself.
And we're going to talk about that later on with some
Absolutely.
parents that are involved, and we're excited for that.
Absolutely, but in terms of this is a no-brainer. Bill, those who watch the show regularly know I'm not a Bill Bryant suck-up. So, but in this situation,
Tim,
especially,
you almost brought me to the promised lands.
well, it's true. It's true. I was, I thought it was a political kingmaker from what some publications.
So close
say.
yet
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah. So well, is what it is. So congratulations to Connor. Congratulations to Izzy. Our next award, the All Out Never Quit Play of the Fall. 3 nominees here: Ben Cadet from football, Ava Fasella from swimming, Haley Pickles from girls soccer. Our winner, and this was a very unique situation because a very unique situation. I will explain that in a second. Our winner, Ava Fasella from swimming. Bill, so like when I sent out the award to try to explain what this meant, the all-out never quit play, I actually used the Ben Cadet play as an explanation to explain what we were looking for in terms of nominees from the coaches, because his play, Lowell, was it? What?
It was Lowell.
Lowell. The play in which he ran down, probably covered 70, 80 yards in running.
Incredible play, Tim.
An incredible play. So
a play that if he didn't do it, nobody would have said, "Oh, look at that kid, he quit."
Yep.
He slowed up. He just came out of nowhere and made a great play.
Yep. So it's going to take a, because of using that as the explanation. I almost think that might be a lot of the coaches probably figured he's going to win, since that was the explanation of what we were trying to get across from this award. But I mean, explain the Ava situation, Bill.
Tim, I mean, I'll be honest. When you reached out, you're like, you didn't pick Ben. And as much as I love football and I love Ben's play, and it was incredible, and to me that is never quit. The pressure that Ava had on her, and her being down, her being part of a relay, and what that meant as far as the team ended up qualifying and winning the match. It had a little bit more substance or juice to it, and that's why I ended up going with Ava as the winner of that, the Ben Cadet Never Quit Award.
All right, so congratulations to Ava. Our next category, the Ghost Stat Machine of the Fall. And okay, so now what we mean here, there are so many efforts that go into a team winning a game, a team putting together that performance that gets them over the hump. So many of those performances you don't hear about. The stats aren't reported to the newspapers or the TV stations. Some of the positions simply don't have stats. Now that's kind of changing. You hear of like the pancake stat for O linemen. People still don't generally understand what that means. But so the whole ghost stat machine idea was the players that just aren't probably going to be in the paper every game, but are that just dominate in all the ways that you won't see in a stat sheet.
It's a good example, Tim. Like Leslie's on here from the football team. You're going to hear Leslie's name or number for holding number 65.
Yeah, that's the only time you hear of them. Yeah.
We're going to bring that 80-yard touchdown that Zach Bergeron just ran all the way back, because out of the 50 plays that Leslie played, he held once, and that's the play. So sometimes you have folks that their recognition is not always the most positive. So
isn't representative of what they're bringing to the game.
Right, like the goalie loses 1-0. Oh, how did they let that goal up?
Right.
But they had 27 saves. That was the defense in front of them that was struggling, not the goalie.
Yeah.
They actually stood in their head. So that's the in-depth of what we're trying to do here.
So our nominees here: Piper Hughes from field hockey, Caitlin Montgomery from swimming, Caitlin Risley from girls soccer, Leslie Theodore, the aforementioned Leslie Theodore from football. Our winners here, again, some category. We're not endeavoring to do co-winners, but there are just some where it's just like if we left these people out, it was
Well,
so.
how about this, Tim? How about you and I just couldn't come to a decision because you said one person, I said the
Yeah,
other,
yeah.
and just we got stuck with how to. Some of them we did, we compromised and we moved on to one winner. Some of these other with co-MVPs, it made it really. It was just too difficult to pick one over the other, and you and I just couldn't come to terms, so we code them. Here you go,
We'll
co-MVPs.
compromise.
Yeah, co-winners.
So our co-winners in this category: Leslie Theodore of football, Piper Hughes of field hockey. Congratulations!
Nice job, nice job.
All right, and we talked about Leslie. Talk a little bit in terms of Piper, Bill.
Piper's just a leader. She's just got great spirit, great energy. And her effort is just constantly there. So it's one of those, a leader by example. She sets the tone. And field hockey is one of these sports right now where they have so many young kids coming up that you need that leadership. So you can't pinpoint what she brings to the team other than she brings everything to the team. So that's kind of where Piper gets, a lot of juice from Coach Swales.
Well said, well said. If you're out there and you're listening to the awards and have any reaction, let us know in the comments. Love to hear from you. All right. Next award of the evening, the JV Coach of the Fall. Now, you never hear about JV, and listen, some of that is just a function of choices made by media in terms of only being able to cover so much, so they focus on the varsity. But the backbone of any sports program is the JV and freshman programs, folks. And so that's why we wanted to recognize that here in terms of talking about our JV coaches. So our JV coaches of the fall nominees: Orazio Fenicario and Emily Waring from girls soccer. Megan Kajanka. Is it? I don't know. I'm sorry, Megan, if I butchered it. The J could be an H, could be a J.
I think the K is silent.
No, you're full of it, really. But Megan from diving, Cam Martin from golf. Our winners: Orazio Fenicario and Emily Waring from girls soccer. Congratulations, Bill. A little explanation.
Yeah, Tim, the girls soccer program has struggled for a number of years, with kids kind of out of elementary school opting to go to other places. So it's been really hard. We've had some coaching turnover. So on both boys and girls, and I'm really feeling great right now that we've got two head coaches on girls and boys soccer that are locked in, that are Ranger Nation for a while. And it's great to see both actually boys and girls JV teams set win records or win totals that they haven't seen in years. So we're just happy to see that, and building this core of JV is only going to help as these really, really great varsity kids are aging out. But there's such a nice young core on both boys and girls soccer right now. It's real exciting.
Absolutely. All right, our JV player of the fall. Our nominees here: Jamie Slattery, girls soccer; Brady Morris from golf; Sarah Patisse and Grace Barrett from girls soccer; Katrina Crow from field hockey; and Xander Silva from football. The winners, co-winners here: Jamie Slattery from girls soccer; Xander Silva from football. Congratulations to Jamie and Xander. Bill, a little explanation.
For me, Tim, Jamie is jumps out because, as you know, I coached Jamie back in early youth basketball.
The Bill Bryant Coaching Moment of the Week, brought to you by Bill Bryant.
I kind of set the tone early on about being a hardworking kid, being a good athlete, good sport, and that's never stopped. It has nothing to do with her dad coaching her for the next 5-6 years after that.
It really began and really it was born with you and yeah.
Really just that 1 year of in-town 3rd, 4th grade girls basketball really set the tone. But no, Jamie's a great kid, hardworking kid, plays multiple sports, good student, good family, and we're excited to see her as a freshman coming in and already making an impact in JV soccer, which is nice.
That was the Bill Bryant coaching moment of the week, brought to you by Bill Bryant. And then Xander. Freshman team had a huge season.
They did, and Xander wasn't the starting quarterback to start the year. He didn't play the first couple of games, got the nod, and for the rest of the season, I think the next 9 games he was the starting quarterback. And Mom does some really incredible film work, and so we get to see the highlights on Facebook and get it out there. And like I said, Tim, for a parent, freshman or JV does matter. It means a ton. But the way the system is set up, it doesn't mean anything as far as playoffs or records or anything like that. It's skill development and experience. So for the parents that are proud parents, as I was when Connor was playing JV, those are the intimate times where no one else really cares except the parents and the kids on the team and the coaches. So this is a nice little award for me to kind of. Are these going to be future stars?
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's the other part of it too. You could basically name this the Future Stars Awards too. I mean, names to watch for the future.
And that's
among many.
That's why they're so important, because if they're not well coached, if the kids don't have interest and lose interest and they leave, that varsity program suffers. So that's why it's really important, if your kid's going to quit or doesn't want to play anymore because of the time or whatnot. This is really important to make them stick it through and learn how to work for something. And we've got an award down the road about just work ethic, and to me that's just as important as the most valuable player, because it sets the tone for everybody else.
All right, let's take a quick break here. About halfway through the first ever Rangeys, we will take a quick break, and we will be back with you right after that here on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. Big shout out to the folks at AFC Urgent Care, Lisa Williams and her team over there. AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. You'll never need an appointment. Got that persistent cough and cold, that cut that needs a few stitching, or need a sports physical and don't want to wait weeks to get into your primary doctor? AFC's streamlined approach helps you be seen quickly and feel better fast. In Methuen, in the Merrimack Street Medical Professionals Building, 380R Merrimack Street, in North Andover as well, in the Burton Grill Plaza, 8 to 8 Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 Saturday and Sunday. Go to afcurgentcare.com for more details.
Time.
From a leaky faucet to a 10-story building, Canaan and Percone Plumbing and Heating
I can't find a good
all.
mirror, though.
From the pipes to the ducts, ensure the life of your property.
I would say I
AC,
do mostly
kitchen and
this
bathroom
right here, a little bit of this, and then I get out and just kind of fine-tune it.
You name it, Billy, Canaan, Tom Percone, and their crew can handle it all. Call them at 978-685-0880 or go online to Canaan Percone.
I could spend 40 minutes in the shower, and I know you're not supposed to, but
huge supporters of Ranger Nation Radio.
If I could have a turkey sub in there, I would probably throw that as well.
If you're looking for the freshest food with the fastest service in the Valley, look no further than Country Kitchen. Country Kitchen has been the breakfast spot of choice for Methuenites for more than 4 decades. Lynn, her son Eric, and the entire team at Country Kitchen continue to serve breakfast favorites with the friendliest service around. Eric's lunch specialties change daily, anything from American chop suey to meatloaf, chicken pot pie, local faves like chicken barbs, to a Friday seafood menu that features haddock fish and chips that, trust me folks, it is the best in the Merrimack Valley, if not all of New England. Whether you're a regular or a first-time guest, the crew at Country Kitchen can't wait to see you. Come check them out today. They are in the heart of downtown, 18 Hampshire Street in Methuen. Check them out online on Facebook at The Country Kitchen on Facebook. The fastest service in the Valley. Country Kitchen, a proud supporter of Ranger Nation Radio and the sponsor of the Methuen Rangers Football Report on MVC Gridiron Weekly. Back here on Ranger Nation Radio, presented by AFC Urgent Care, the right care right now. Tim Wood, Bill Bryant, and the first ever Rangeys Awards. I'd say we're about halfway through. Some great winners thus far. Like I said, if you have not been listening or looking to get a full accounting of all of our award winners, we will put up all of the winners slides on social media a little bit later tonight. But let's get back to the action here, Bill.
So real quick,
Yeah.
I don't want to sidetrack too long, but I am getting a ton of messages. Early on, we had one of the awards. Sam Kalivis was one of the nominees. Sam didn't win, but people are asking. I'm getting a ton of messages. He is related to Greg Glass Kalivis
Glass?
that we've talked.
Yes.
Yeah. So Sam doesn't have the same injuries that Greg does.
It's good.
So Sam played center, was a hell of a football this year as a sophomore, and had a great season, and really at times was undersized compared to the people across the line that he was going against. 5'6" inches, 60, 70 pounds, and Sam was able to. He's still playing. Has one more game left, but he is related to Greg.
Obviously, has overcome the father side of the genes. Clearly, his mom's genes leading him away from the Glass label. So, huge congratulations to Sam in terms of overcoming that. That in and of itself is huge.
That's a name we're going to hear this spring, Tim, in baseball, and obviously next fall in football. Sam's a heck of a baseball player.
Nice.
Got a ton of time as a freshman on the varsity team. So looking forward to see that kid hit some home runs.
All right, back at the awards, our next category, the best rookie newcomer of the fall, kind of speaks for itself. We're looking for freshman varsity or just newcomers to their sports. Our nominees, Sam Dreen from girls volleyball, Callie Delano from girls swimming, Matt Papalardo and Brian Zarekit from golf, Riley O'Hearn from girls soccer, Davin Indiglia and Liam Doherty from boys cross country, and Alyssa Romano from girls cross country. Our winners and our first I guess same sex. You'd say
Tim,
co-winners.
Honestly, this was probably the closest. This was my tie.
Yeah.
The other ones, it was a male and a female, and I struggled. This was the first genuine tie that I had.
And you actually said it in your notes. Tie. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah. Sam play.
We haven't even announced it yet, Bill. It's so the winners: Sam Dreen from girls volleyball and Callie Delano from girls swimming. Go, Bill.
Do not give me any envelope because I would ruin it. But seeing Sam play the night we had Ranger Nation at the volleyball game, and seeing her play that game and be so just poised and comfortable in such a stressful environment with seniors, and Coach Toomey is no joke.
Yeah.
Coach Toomey's no joke. He's intense. And he lets you know right away what's going on if he's not liking what you're doing. And she to me is going to be a kid to watch over the next 3 years because, boy, she's got some skill, but she's got some poise and some maturity. And then obviously Callie is a freshman.
We selected in spite of her name, pretty much, in spite of her last name.
And that actually hurt her.
Yes.
To be quite honest with you, because Al still is not going on Ranger Nation Radio. He's ghosted us for years, and they love him. The kids love him. You know, I mean, how do you not like a guy who takes care of everybody? But as far as this particular show, Tim,
he is the Matt Damon to Jimmy Kimmel of Ranger Nation Radio. He really is.
Except Jimmy Kimmel keeps blowing off Damon, though.
That's true. It's the reverse.
So it's the reverse.
Well said.
It's almost like, sorry guys, I'm busy. I got to do my nails.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
I'm busy. I have to be at another sporting event.
I'm cleaning my trash barrels. I just can't make it. That's important to me,
But Callie, I mean, that's how good Callie is. Honestly, overcame the name.
No, she definitely did. So hats off to her, and we're going to keep hearing about this swim team because they have a lot of kids that are coming back, and that's fun.
Our sophomore of the year, and again, why are we doing year by year? Well, you know what? Because
our show when we can.
It's our show when we can first, and then second of all, there's so many athletes, and especially they deserve some recognition. So we decided to make some class by class awards as well. So, and again, We can. And we did. Sophomore of the year, Ethan Donahue, boys soccer. What's the last name, Bill? Katie Lefebvre?
Yes, Lefebvre.
Lefebvre. Girls swimming. Freddie Coleman, boys cross country. Miana Caraballo, girls cross country. And Natalia Fiato from field hockey. Our winners, again.
It's Fiato.
What did I say?
I don't know. Some version of what the spelling was.
I feel like I said Fiato. I said Natalia.
You'll probably research it and go back to the show and tell me.
Okay. Co-winners again here. Freddie Coleman, boys cross country. Natalia Fiato, field hockey. Again, and I will say just out of the gate, when we first started asking for nominations and going through nominations here, this felt like a no-brainer in terms of one winner. Freddie Coleman. He's been on the show. He's just been absolutely dominant for the boys cross country team as a sophomore. And then as we started pouring through the nominees, we got some more knowledge in terms of Natalia, and I mean she scored in 7 straight games before a season-ending knee injury against Central. After the injury, she was there every day to support her team, according to Coach Christian Swales. And despite missing the last 9 games, she still finished as the 3rd leading scorer with 9 goals and 2 assists.
That's the part right there, Tim, that I couldn't get Fiato out of my head. Yes. Was despite the injury and missing the games, her stats still had her that high up. And you know, all the other sports are team sports, but field hockey is a little bit different, and it just. You know, and Freddie's, the compliment he got from Coach Elliott is, you have not heard the last of Freddie Coleman. This kid is
just starting. Yeah.
Coach Elliott, he gives out a lot of praise and compliments, but nothing like he said that Freddie Coleman is probably going to be the best runner in Bethune history.
And that's saying a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Junior of the Year nominees: Zach Bergeron, football; Anthony Romano, football; Emily Lone, girls swimming; Mitchell Crow, boys cross country. Our Junior of the Year, Anthony Romano from football.
Yeah, Anthony's he's a special player. He really is. Not taking anything away from the other 3, but his impact on both sides of the ball, and what people don't realize is, you know, I think he's nominated for an incredible catch down the road on like a single play or whatever, but he is that unsung hero on the offensive line where he's blocking and doing all these other things that are just no joke, and then defensively he is just their most valuable player. Absolutely, defense runs through him, and as he goes, they go. So
and not to give anything away on the MVC Gridiron Weekly side, but will not just for the team, but will be in heavy consideration for defensive MVP of the entire league. So it says a lot about him for sure. So congratulations to Mr. Romano, senior of the fall. Senior of the fall. Hold on, let me make sure we get the right slide up here. There we go. Senior of the fall. Claudia Crow, field hockey. Kira Donahue, girls swimming. Connor Bryant, football. Xavier Matevier, boys cross country. Mia Torres, girls cross country. Our senior of the fall. Just double checking our notes. Kira Donahue of girls swimming. Congratulations to Kira. Again, another one that we've had the pleasure of talking to here on Ranger Nation Radio this fall. I mean, we've kind of joked about the Ranger Nation Radio bump, Bill, but
yes,
I mean, she just after the show, she rather than the attention going to her head, she continued to just absolutely perform and lead as the Red Rangers swim team went on a crazy win streak to capture the MVC title.
And Tim, if I'm Kira, I'm looking at, you know, Claudia and what Connor has done on the football field, and Xavier and Mia, and I'm like, wow, what an incredible group of athletes. But for Kira, man, what she was able to do in that next level, to me, is why she was a easy choice for this.
So yeah, this would be one of those categories where you wouldn't feel bad if we had the winners doing speeches. Maybe we will someday. If we had the winners doing speeches immediately after doing that walk with their gowns or their tuxes up to the stage, and one of us will announce, Kira Donahue is the first time winner of the, all that stuff. This would be one, as you said, where it wouldn't be cliche for the winner to be in awe of her fellow nominees. Yeah, I sorry, I went too far on that.
It's all right.
That's okay. Okay, all right, good. Okay. Congratulations to Kira. So 6 people maybe will understand where I was trying to go there. Probably one of them not being me, but if you did understand it, thank you. The eye-popping performer of the fall, Aaron Smith, girls volleyball, Freddie Coleman, boys cross country, Anthony Romano, football for a phenomenal catch against Lowell. Freddie Coleman, the performance at the MVCs. Ava Fasella, the 400 free relay comeback in swimming. Stephanie Henrik at girls soccer. I believe it was like 129 saves for the season, 4 shutouts. Phenomenal. And just one performance after another there. Our winner of the eye-popping performer of the fall. Again, a very tough list. But not one where we were in disagreement, because just one of these stood out, and that is Aaron Smith from girls volleyball. Bill,
it's when you hear the phrase somebody put the team on their back and just it's almost unexplainable.
Yeah.
But they were down against, I believe it was Lowell.
I can explain it. I have the notes.
Read it.
Down 2 sets to 1 and down 22-13 in the fourth set. Aaron Smith, a junior defensive specialist, stepped to the serving line and served 10 straight winning points against Lowell to bring her teammates back from the brink of a loss and force a 5th and final set, which was won by the Rangers and ended up being extremely crucial in the team making the playoffs. So, for a junior defensive specialist to and again, Bill, it's one of those sports, volleyball, where it's like, wow, like to dominate individually in a team sport.
No, it is. I think if Kalivas is watching, one of his eyes might have just fell out because it popped out. You know what I mean? Like, that's how ridiculously, incredibly, just unusual that is. 10 serves in a row. So many things could go wrong with that, and add all the pressure of it being the fourth match, and it just fourth set. It's incredible. So congrats, Aaron Smith, and that's a great memory to have.
All right, our motivational genius of the fall. This is the athlete that just absolutely is the coach's dream in terms of being the coach on the field, or the coach, the player that's the coach in practice, in motivating their teammates, whether it be through humor, whether it be through whatever means. They have been singled out as absolutely crucial in the motivation department among their teammates. The nominees here: Callie Delano, girls swimming; Brian Zarakit, golf; Sam Matarazzo, girls soccer; Joe and Henry Bakuti Ortiz from boys cross country, the twins; Elise Anderson, girls cross country. Our winner, Sam Matarazzo, girls soccer.
So, Tim, for me, being at the awards on Tuesday and listening to the coaches talk about the different players and the reception that Sam got, once again, not a huge stat getter, but her impact on that team to me just shows, and Coach talked about her ability to motivate and get kids up for the games and just be their cheerleader even while she's on the field playing, to me was what sold Sam as my choice.
Absolutely, same here. So congratulations to Sam Matarazzo. All right, let me just make sure I have the practice beast of the fall. Again, a similar thought process here, but we're talking specifically about practice and how the teammates react to players. Basically, leadership by example.
See, when we're talking about practice, not a game. We're talking about practice.
We are. It's about practice there, Al Iverson. And these are the practice beasts of the fall. Johnny Charest from girls cross country, Zach Alfonso from golf, Stephanie Tarduno from girls soccer, Julia Gordon Smith from girls cross country, Piper Hughes from field hockey. Those are your nominees, and our winner, Johnny Charest from girls cross country. Bill.
Yeah, Tim. I don't know how to say this, but Johnny is a kid who just does not necessarily look like that stud athlete. She's just this little kid, but man, there's a no quit. She just has a presence about her that's just always positive. Let's go. And she's also kicking butt in cross country. She just started, obviously, this year, I believe, and she's winning some meets. She was nominated in another one of our brackets, but when described last night about her intensity and what she brings to the table, she's making other kids better because that's just her presence. So a lot of other great nominees. The Tadugno family, Zach Alfonso Sr. in golf, put a lot of time in, Piper and Julia Gordon-Smith, but Johnny just jumped out to me as that, perfect example of a practice piece who also does well in matches as well.
Our team volunteer MVP nominees of the fall, the Bryant family from football, Kenny Billich from football, Rebecca Montgomery from swimming, Stephanie Sabalas from girls soccer, because of the involvement here of Mr. Bryant and being nominated. We sought outside counsel here. The winner of the Team Volunteer MVP Award, the Bryant family.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, we will move on. But I will simply say, it's very similar to what I said before. If you're tired of hearing about the Bryants, go out and volunteer for your sport. They do amazing work, and this is one of those where I don't feel bad about, because I see it every time. I'm one of those, by the way. Yes, Greg says fixed. I will put that up on the screen. Greg Glass Clevis said fixed. Listen, Bill. Again, I'm not a suck up, because you back the bus up on me more often than not.
I was going to say, Tim, you can't be. I crush you more than anyone else.
But in this instance, I will simply say I'm one of those. I try to do my own thing in terms of supporting Ranger Nation, but I am one of those folks that does not show up in terms of the volunteering. But I see what the Bryants do, and so congratulations. Hi, Julia.
So Tim, a little issue.
Yes.
Jules, help me out. Explain what we did wrong, or not us necessarily.
What happened?
It is actually Emily Charest, her twin sister.
What did I
say? Johnny is a swimmer.
Yes.
So I don't know how you would have done that, because you wouldn't have known. So Johnny is the swimmer, and Emily is cross country. So when I was talking about Emily. So I don't know how that happened, but they're both incredible kids.
Yes.
They both work really hard. and one's a swimmer, and one's cross country. So Julia wanted to make sure that was clarified.
So Emily is not
Johnny.
Emily is not Johnny. Emily has been nominated on her own, by the way. But
Correct.
But Johnny still is. I believe Johnny is still the award winner.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you again.
No problem.
Another one of our production assistants. You saw her at or you heard of her in theory at the volleyball game. You heard more of Bill saying, "Do your job for goodness sakes." But Julia, I've always appreciated you. I just want you to know, even when your dad doesn't.
She's the best daughter I have, though. I'll say that.
There you go.
Okay.
Love you too. All right, so that's good.
All right. Yes. Can't. Again, that's what we need the production assistant for.
Yeah, that's her job.
So
She did it.
Team parent. Our nominees: Amanda LaFlamme from boys soccer, Pam Bryant from football, Tracy Delano from swimming, the Browns, McKinnon, Rackets, Mrs. Ciccatelli, the Hutchings, and Mrs. Papalardo from golf, Beth Henrik from girls soccer, and the Rosano family from girls cross country. Our winner: the Browns, McKinnons, Rackets, Mrs. Ciccatelli, the Hutchings, and Mrs. Papalardo from golf. Bill, you will have to live with this. And explain this, and but listen.
Tim, you know where my vote went.
How many years you guys been married?
There is no bus there. I think it's going to be stopping at 19.
Yeah. So listen, when you have a coach nominating, and listen, when you have and to hear the explanation, listen, golf can be a very individual sport. And
it's so easy for the golf parents to have just said,
mail it in. Yeah.
Go golf.
Yep.
And the other one, Tim, Tracy, I'm sorry, it was the last name. I mean,
this one actually did hurt.
Yeah, so it definitely hurt. But the Browns, the McKinnons, not only did they help a ton and really help out a program, all great parents. I mean, this whole list is...
Yeah, and again, this was one where it's like, Yeah, we got to pick one, and so we picked the one with the most names. but all kidding aside, I mean, when you have a coach in what can be a very individual sport nominate this many, it speaks to just what these parents did in helping to achieve that team atmosphere in what can be a very individual sport. So, congratulations to the golf parents. And thank you for all of your work there.
And like the Beth Henrik, Beth was also basically helping Pam and I run the football dinners, and Beth's going to take that over next year. So, Beth and Amanda LaFlamme has been the travel coordinator for Methuen Youth Soccer. So these are all stars. This is one of those things where you're happy to be in the company of the rest of them.
All right, so we get down to our big award, our so-called big awards of the evening. First off, the work ethic warrior of the fall, Zach Bergeron, football, Katie Lefebvre from girls swimming, Josh Frechette from golf, Maddie O'Hearn from girls soccer, Olivia Rosano from girls cross country. Again, it kind of speaks for itself, but setting the example on work ethic and just absolutely leaving it all on the field, practice field, game field, every time they're out there. Those are our nominees. Our winner, Zach Bergeron from football. Bill.
Yeah, no, Tim, I think you left a little bit off of something that's taking a huge change in Methuen is the off-season workouts, the practice, go home, eat, do your schoolwork, and then a lot of these kids are hitting personal trainers and doing specific workouts, which are not, don't get them confused with playing year-round the same sport. They're working on core strength, they're working on agility, speed, and this is something that I don't know the rest of the group as well, but for me, knowing Zach, and he goes to become fitness and does so much outside as far as eating right and eating healthy and working out, and that part of it, to me, Zach jumped off the page as somebody who is a workout beast, workout warrior.
Congratulations to Zach, our comeback player of the year nominees. Again, speaks to itself, but we're talking about coming back from injury. We're talking about coming back to the team after some time away for whatever reasons. And here are our nominees: Mia Torres, girls cross country; Cam Hutchings from golf; Nasheri Lima from girls soccer; Kendall McKenna from girls soccer; Kaya Hollingsworth from field hockey. Our winner here, Kendall McKenna from the girls soccer team.
Yeah, Tim, Kendall suffered an ACL injury, and for a lot of kids, that's kind of a potentially a sports injury like that is a season killer or a career killer. So for Kendall to come back from an ACL and have such impact, I'm really excited for her and for her future. And it just emotionally, mentally, physically, it is a tremendous injury to recover from. So really happy for her, and obviously everybody else that overcame some adversity. But for me, Kendall kind of stuck out as the one that's one of the toughest injuries to overcome.
All right. So again, congratulations to Kendall. I want to make sure we have this slide up correctly. The student athlete MVP.
It's an honor to just be nominated.
There you go. So you're off the hook. The student athlete MVP nominees of the fall. Again, these are the folks that have found the mastery in terms of being able to juggle the student part of it, the athlete part of it, and absolutely representing the full picture of what it takes to be a student athlete. Our nominees: Olivia Hebert from cheer; Samantha Denaro from swimming; Gabby Fiato from girls soccer; Kian Kozlowski from boys cross country; Zoe Tui from girls cross country; Emma Kwong from girls soccer; Julia Tarduno from field hockey. Again, this is one where from the sheer volume of nominees, we could have gone but one nominee absolutely jumped off the page for both of us. That would be our winner, Julia Tarduno from field hockey.
Tim, it's one of those awards like, these are the top 7 richest people. So no one's really in bad shape. When you're a student athlete, it means you have the package.
Yeah.
It means you can perform in the athletic field, but you're also performing in the classroom, which at the end of the day is the most important thing because your education takes you the furthest. So Julia definitely jumps out.
Honor student ranked 10th in her class, received the Academic Achievement Award junior year, has earned highest honors throughout high school, and a member of the National Honor Society. Class secretary, member of Best Buddies on the leadership team for SAD, a tri-chair for Relay for Life. Next year, she plans to major in secondary education. She volunteers at the Festival of Trees and is the chairperson for Debbie's Treasure Chest Toy Drive. So I just... absolutely could probably name the award after her moving forward in terms of what she has done for the school as a student athlete, as a community. Just the full picture of what everyone at the high school is looking for from student athletes.
Like I said earlier, Tim, it's also like Michaela Ferrula last year, class president. She, you know what I mean? Like Michaela not started that, but for me, she most reminded me of Michaela and all that she does. And by the way, she's a 3-sport athlete as well. So
our last 3 awards of the evening. First, Community Star. And again, we could have easily put Julia here as well after everything we just named off. But we had 5 nominees here that stood out. The cheer team, the swim assistant coach Abby Tremblay, Colin Tebert from boys cross country, Emma Kwong from girls soccer, Bella Keeney from girls soccer. And so here's a unique situation where we went with co-winners, because this is one where it's not normally a coach being nominated. We weren't looking for coach nominees, but you'll understand when we say it. Our co-winners, assistant coach Abby Tremblay and Bella Keeney from girls soccer. Abby, She organized several fundraisers to raise money for former Ranger swimmer Allison Hawks, who is currently battling cancer for the 5th time. So we couldn't ignore that. Bella, involved in many after-school events, ran the team's breast cancer game and raised $550 for the Cancer Foundation. So congratulations to both winners there. All right, 2 more awards. The Coach of the Fall. Our nominees: Matt Toomey, girls volleyball; Jason Smith, swim and dive; Kristen Swales, field hockey; Jill Tolbin, field hockey; and Kayla Grover from girls soccer. Again,
Not an easy conversation,
not
Tim.
easy.
Because several of these coaches, qualify for states and did well. I mean, Coach Swales, crying out loud, in the middle of the season, had a baby. So to do all that and have a kid and be that influential is quite amazing.
And I do want to say, Jill, why do we have 2 nominees from field hockey? Because the head coach nominated her assistant and was just very convincing, quite honestly, in her argument to be included in the Coach of the Year discussion, and not just on a JV level. This is an assistant on the varsity level.
And 2 of these coaches, Tim, both started new programs.
Yep.
Kristen Swale started a youth field hockey program, and Coach Toomey started a volleyball program after last season when he made a decision: if I don't do this, I'm not going to win states. I'm going to get these kids playing volleyball earlier on, and gave a ton of his time to start that program, and the city finally jumped in and hey, maybe we should actually help this guy who is trying to make the kids in our city better. So got a little bit of support from financially from City Hall as well as the school system. So we're just happy for them.
Our winner, Matt Toomey from girls volleyball. Again, everything we've talked about tonight kind of goes without further explanation. What this team had to overcome in terms of playing 17 straight matches on the road because of the renovation of the field house, and then to get the team back to the playoffs in the fashion that they did. Matt's won some area-wide awards with quite honestly, on paper, what maybe we're probably more talented teams. In terms of winning some Boston Globe Awards and those players going on to win to win or to play college volleyball like Abby Sullivan, but what they did this fall in just making the playoffs with all of the adversity, could not look away from one Matt Toomey. Congratulations. Our final award of the night, and I got to give it quick because I got to get out of here to get to practice. Our overall fall MVP. Your nominees: Claudia Crow, field hockey; Kira Donahue, swimming; Zach Alfonso, golf; Bella Keeney, girls soccer; Xavier Matevier, boys cross country; Anthony Romano, football; Miana Caraballo, girls cross country; Jillian McCoy, girls volleyball. Our co-winners, again, so many nominees, and two probably just stood out above the rest here, representing the school in so many ways, and just being ambassadors for the sports program, but being stat beasts as well, and performance beasts. Our winners: Claudia Crow, field hockey, and the X-Man, Xavier Matevier from boys cross country. Bill, your thoughts?
No, Tim, I think if you listen to the show, we've talked about both these kids, and they're just 2 real special athletes, and they had great seasons, and to me, they're everyone else deserves to be on this list. But those 2 deserve to win without question. I can't. There's not a lot of debate. If I had to debate between the 2 of those, that would be a tougher conversation.
Yes.
It was because we did have spent a good 45 minutes on some one of those things that you talk about, mediums that we talked on. But those two to me are the two that just really were the top of our conversation. So it made it easy to do co-MVPs, but congrats to both of them for a great fall.
There are your first ever Rangeys Awards. We will put all of the nominees, all of the winners up on social media a little bit later. Congratulations to all the winners, all the nominees. It just speaks to the amazing performances, the amazing work put in for the fall season. Bill, a pleasure to undertake this endeavor with you. As you said, hopefully it is the first of many Rangeys, and some great nominees.
Hey, come out to support the football team on Thanksgiving. Next Thursday, 10:30, away in Drake. But nothing better to start Thanksgiving Day game as Thanksgiving than going to a great football game. It should be a battle between two teams that really don't particularly care for each other.
And that are both in a situation, quite very similar situations. Had some tough things to overcome in the middle of their seasons. Had big wins to end it, and this is gonna be a battle.
Both teams want to win this.
Yeah.
As much as losing the playoffs and having kind of a subpar year, this could make your season end on a very, very high note. So this is going to be a slugfest, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, I got to get to practice.
All right,
huge congratulations. Great fall season for Ranger Nation Radio, for Bill Bryant, Tim Wood. Again, all the winners, all the nominees will be up online a little later tonight. Again,
we just got a message from Al Delano.
I know.
We just cracked.
Yeah, we've
the Loch Ness Monster just let us know he's alive.
It's crazy. We've it's a hurdle we've overcome. So congratulations to us. And congratulations to all the nominees, all the winners. We will be back at you. Not next week. We will be back the week after. We'll talk football, and then we'll do a little preview of the winter sports season. So we will take a week off and be back at you in 2 weeks. And Al says soon, boys, soon. Wow. How about that as a cliffhanger to end the fall season? That's legit, Al Delano. He says soon, boys, soon.
Tim, the power of guilt.
Yep.
The power of guilt.
Yep. We're winning. All right, winning. Bill.
That was Mr. Delano that just said to him, I could have won an award. The power of the wife overtakes all.
Good night, folks.
All right, Tim, good night.
Good night. Great job. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.